All right, hello everybody. Welcome again to another live stream on Woo English. As always, my name is Hamza and I will be your host. And today, as you can see on the title or in the title of this video, we are going to talk about the tenses of the present. So, welcome, of course. Let me know who is here. Say hi, say hello before we go into the topic of today's session, of today's live session. So it will be basically a grammar focused session, and I know that a lot of people, like when they are trying to learn English, they face a big problem with grammar, especially one of the most important aspects of grammar, which is tenses. So today we will try to understand the different tenses of the future, of the present, rather, of the present, and we'll focus on the present simple, the present continuous, the present perfect, and the present perfect continuous. So these are four tenses that by the end of this live stream you will be able to use correctly, right? So before we go on, please don't forget to click that like button. If you are new here, please consider subscribing, or give it a chance. Give it a chance and watch the live stream till the end, and then you can decide if you would love to subscribe. You can see I'm sweating. It's very hot in here. So let me ask you, the first question I want to ask you guys is how is the weather in your country? How is the weather in your place, in your country or city? So how is the weather there? All right, how is the weather in your countries? Oops, no, that's the wrong one. Listening. All right, this one. All right. So how is the weather in your country or in your city? In my country, it's absolutely hot. It's very hot these days, and yeah, you can see I'm sweating right here. Though the windows are open, I don't like to turn on the AC, but it's absolutely very hot today. So don't forget, please, to drink enough water during the day. That's very important. All right. Okay, Hamid. Hello. It's hot in here, but 30 degrees, but still tolerable. Yeah, 30 degrees. I think it's tolerable. I think here in Morocco, it's approaching 40 degrees. It's approaching 40 degrees, unfortunately. Hello, Musa. Hi. I really like that you started coming on time, man. Because I remember at a certain time you only arrive around the end of the live stream. All right, how is the weather in your city, in your country? Let us know. It's absolutely hot here. It's absolutely not May. It's definitely not May. It feels like August. All right, it feels like August, but it's only May. It's only the fifth month, but it feels like it's like summer already. So how is the weather in your country before we carry on? 40 degrees, yes. So it's about 40 degrees where I am, especially in the middle of the day. It's absolutely hot. Like it's very hot. So as I said, the topic of today will be the different tenses that we have in English, but we will focus only on the present simple for the time being. We'll start with the present simple. We will move to the present perfect, to the present continuous, and then if we have time, we can move to the present perfect. Yeah. So before we start, I just want to have like a little conversation with you guys before we start. This is what we'll start with, the present simple. Yeah, which country are you in right now, Musa? Which country you are in right now? It's already summer. I'm wearing like a t-shirt. But I know May is quite hot, but I would tolerate something between 25, 30. But now it's almost like 37 or like 40 almost. It's boiling hot. Yeah, so today we'll talk about the present continuous, perfect, present simple, present continuous. So all present tenses, you will be able to understand them and to use them correctly by the end. I'm in New York, it's 73. Men, you are using Fahrenheit, I think. Fahrenheit is very scary for me. How much is 73 in Celsius? Let me check. 73 Fahrenheit to Celsius. Then when oh, it's 22, man. It's 22. In Celsius is not as scary as it is in Fahrenheit. A lot of time I hear like some temperatures in like from Americans, and I'm quite scared. And then I remember, oh, they are talking in Fahrenheit. All right, yes, it's 22 is absolutely amazing. That's the perfect atmosphere. That's the perfect uh, that's the perfect that's the perfect weather. All right, shall we start then? All right, so before we start, make sure to click that like button. And for people who are new to the channel, let me just very quickly remind you of what we do. Woo English is a channel dedicated to learning English through stories. So we teach you English, and we teach that through like some very interesting stories. I see an amazing, handsome man. I mean, hello. Man, it's been a while. It's been a long, long while. So it's very refreshing to see you after all this time, man. How are you doing? Where have you been? Where have you been, man? Is it exams and all of that? All right, shall we start then, guys? So Amin came like right on time. Okay, let's start. Please don't forget to like. Uh, that's the least you can do for us, guys. That's like the tiniest thing we can ask from you. All right. So, in general, so to say that you understand a tense in English, you should know three things, right? You should know three things. Three. The first thing is when and why do we use that tense? So if you want to learn the present simple, you should know, well, when shall I use the present simple when I'm using English? Or why do I use the present simple when I am using English? Like, what do we use the present simple to express? That's question number one. Question number two, how do we use it? So I know I should use the present simple in a certain sentence. So how am I going to conjugate my verbs? That's the second question that you should be able to answer if you want to master a certain tense. Question number three is what are the time expressions that are often used with that tense? All right. And like in the majority of time, it's the other way around. Like I can give you a verb in a sentence and I can tell you, put this verb in the right tense, and you should use the time like use the time clue, the time expressions help you know what you are going to use, right? So remember, by the end of this session, or at least this section, you should be able to know for the present simple, you should know why do we use the present simple, how do we use the present simple, what are the expressions that tell me that I should use the present simple. So these are the three questions you should be able to answer. Okay, let me see what's going on in the chat. I mean, great. I know we finally finished exams. So I remember, I mean, you are in Common Core, right? You are in Common Core in the first year of high school. I want to ask you, are you gonna leave any exams till the end, till June? Do you still have any exams in June? So yeah, I said the first question is how. So the first one is when do we use the present simple? Can you choose from this? When do we use the present simple? To talk about an action that started in the past but hasn't finished? to describe actions happening now at this moment, facts, to talk about future plans, or to express routine or habitual actions. One, two, three, four, five, but only three of them are related to the present simple. So when do we use the present simple out of these? You can just write for me the number. Facts. That's a fact. I mean, facts. I mean, it's speaking facts, right? So yeah, the first use for the present simple is with facts to express habits or an action that is happening right now. This is actually a very common mistake. We never use the present simple to describe an action happening right now. Same with Amin. We never use the present simple to describe an action happening at this moment. And I'm going to show you what do we use. Let me ask you a question. What are we doing now? Can you tell me in the chat, what are we doing now? What are we doing now? Amin says for routines and habitual actions, indeed. Hamid says number 2. So I have three answers saying that we use learning. Great. Can you give it to me in a sentence, Musa? Can you give it to me in a sentence? We are learning. Great. Amin did it. Is this the present simple? Absolutely not. So if we want to describe an action happening now, we use the present continuous actual. You see? You see? All right, good. Talking, Hamid, same. Musa, same. Learning, talking. So all of these, great. That's not well. You are talking about an action we are doing right now, but you did not use the present simple. That means that we don't use the present simple to talk about the present. So we never use the present simple to talk about now. All right? To talk about an action that started in the past, that's absolutely not it. And the last one is actually correct. We actually use the present simple to talk about the future, believe it or not. Believe it or not. We use the present simple to talk about the future. All right? So these are the three main uses of the present simple. So we are going to go through some sentences and you tell me what do they describe. So the first one, why did we use the present simple in these statements? Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius at sea level. The Earth orbits the sun. Plants produce oxygen. So here you can see that we are using the present simple. Can you tell me why? What do these sentences express? Exactly. We are chatting right now. Exactly. Exactly. That's not the present simple. Musa, exactly. We use the continuous to talk about now. It is a fact. Amin says this is a fact. This is a fact. All right. Yes, absolutely. So you can notice that all of these sentences, they express facts. Water boils at 100 degrees. That's a fact that is true everywhere, right? The Earth orbits the sun. Also, that's a truth. That's a fact, a scientific fact. Plants produce oxygen. That's also a fact. These are general facts or these are scientific facts. This is the first use of the present simple. We use the present simple to talk about general facts or scientific facts. Let me put myself in the corner. I like that place in the corner. It's very cozy. Okay, let me put myself here. I will rely on you to like this, so I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna rely on you guys to click that like button. Yeah, so this is the first use of the present simple, and welcome everybody who just joined. So today you will understand all the tenses of the present, starting with the present simple. So by the end of this section, you will understand perfectly the use of the present simple. I asked you guys before, why do we use the present simple? And some of you said now. And by the way, this is one of the most misconceptions that I hear every day, is that we use the present simple to talk about now. That's wrong. And the proof is what the guys told me in the chat. What are we doing now? We are learning English. That's not the present simple, that the present continuous. So for an action happening now, we don't use the present simple, we use the present continuous. The present simple has other uses. What is the first one? It's this. We use present simple to talk about general facts. Like what? Like the sentences you can see in front of you. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius at sea level. So this is the fact, right? This is something that is always true. The Earth orbits the sun, something that is always true. Plants produce oxygen, something that is always true. So we use the present simple for things that are always true. Next one. Yeah, let's see what you guys already know. Can you give me some scientific facts? I'm going to give you one. Hello, Pamela. Hi. How are you? Welcome. Gruel. Arugul. Hi, guys. I learned English through his channel and streams. I highly recommend. Thank you so much. Thank you. Subscribe. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. It's okay. I mean, it's okay. Yeah. Can you give me a sentence using the present simple? So let us practice from the very beginning. Can you give me an example of a sentence using the present simple, and the sentence should describe a general fact, a scientific fact? Let's go. You see, Pamela, Amir has disappeared for a long while. We should not accept him back. Don't you think? Maybe he discovered another channel, Pamela. Can that be true? Maybe he discovered another channel. Wonderful. 365 days is a leap year. That's a fact. And Musa used the present simple is. I'm going to give you an easier one. Lions are animals. Very simple sentence. Lions are animals. So this is a fact, and I use the present simple. Air is made out of oxygen and nitrogen. Great. You guys are bombarding me with scientific facts. All right. You wait. All right, here is another fact. Chickens are a type of birds, but they can't fly. Very good. If you die if you don't breathe for 30 minutes. That's another fact, right? If you don't breathe for 30 minutes, maybe just 10 minutes, maybe just, I think, 10 minutes, yes. Because I remember seeing someone who held his breath for like 7 minutes. So you die if you don't breathe for 30 minutes. All right, great. These are some scientific facts. Let's move on. This is the second use, right? Kate loves chocolate. I prefer coffee over tea. He doesn't like blue collar. They are good friends. What is this? Why did we use the present simple in these sentences? No, I only watch English courses in English. All right. Good. Very good, Amin. Very good. So you can notice that these set exactly, Musa, but are they scientific facts? First fact, people will die if they dive underwater for more than 5 minutes. That's a nice one as well. Very good. Arugol, where are you joining us from? So let's take sentence number 1. Kate loves chocolate, right? Kate loves chocolate. This is a fact, but it's only true about Kate. Maybe I don't like chocolate. Maybe Pam doesn't like chocolate. All right? Pamela says water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Yes, that was the first one that we started with. Scientific fact, indeed. So Kate loves chocolate. That's a fact, but it's only true about Kate. It's not true about me. Maybe it's not true about Musa, for example. Maybe Musa likes something else, like avocado or likes fruits or whatever. All right. So this is what we call not scientific fact, but personal facts or personal truths. Can you give me a truth about yourself? All right, let's discover some secrets about you guys. Let's discover some secrets about you. For example, I um I live in Morocco, right? I live in Morocco. A great sentence, Pamela. Aren't meant to everybody exactly like the sentence I just gave you. I live in Morocco. This is true about me, but for Pamela, she does not live in Morocco. For Musa, he doesn't live in Morocco. You can say that this sentence is a personal fact. Exactly. Exactly. Yes, it's a personal fact. So can you give me some personal facts about you guys? For example, I live in Morocco. This is a fact that is true about me. This is a fact in my life, but it's not a fact about you. Great, I learned Arabic. I'm not a morning person. I like this one. I'm not a morning person, just like me. Yeah, me too. I'm not a morning person, like that for sure. All right. Any more personal facts about you using the present perfect or the present simple? I'm your students. This is a fact. Great, our goal. I don't consider my viewers as students, to be honest. I consider you guys like friends, more like, because that relationship between a teacher and the student does not exist here. We like have fun together. Oh no, no, I eat sugar a lot. Me too, actually, but you should try to cut it down, man. You should try to cut it down. I study science. Nice. Which branch? Which major are you studying, Musa? Which branch? So very good. You guys are doing a fantastic job today. Great. So let's move on. Let's learn the third use of the present simple. From these, I wake up at 6 a.m. every morning. She goes to the gym 3 times a week. They always have dinner at 7 p.m. He reads a book before bedtime every morning. I can't exactly. You tell them, man. You tell them. You need to tell my wife, because my wife tells me that I need to completely cut sugar. Completely, no sugar for me. We all consider you. Thank you so much, Heavy. Thank you. That's what I want. We don't want that like formal relationship here. I want a casual relationship with you guys. We can laugh, we can have fun, and at the same time we can learn. Right? We can learn at the same time. I am a hard worker. You absolutely are. Just what I see here, Pamela shows me that in real life you must be like 10 times more efficient. That's very evident. Happily, I move a lot, I and it doesn't affect my health. Hopefully, same for me. I mean, by the way, I do exercise, I do play sports, and I try to stay healthy. All right. Yeah, she does. She doesn't. She shouldn't. Exactly. I mean, exactly, man. We shouldn't be blamed. It's sugar. It's sweet. What shall I? What shall I do? You know, I tried to cut down sugar many times, but I just couldn't. I just couldn't. Like I always fail. For example, I'm a big coffee addict. I'm addicted to coffee, and whenever I try to like drink coffee without sugar, I have a really hard time. I really have a hard time. All right, so I wake up. She goes to the gym. This always have dinner. What do these sentences express? They all have the more I learn from them. Thank you so much, Arugol. Which country are you from? So what do the sentences on the board express? We have something in common. A lot, actually. A lot. I'm drinking tea now, and I absolutely cannot drink tea without my sugar. Habits and routines. Absolutely. Absolutely. Exactly. So all these sentences, they express routines, right? And always we have we also, in addition to the present simple, we also have some time indicators in the sentences. Like what? Like always, every morning, uh, 3 times a week. This is a habit. Every night. So these are all sentences that express something that is repetitive, right? Something repetitive that we call routines and habitual actions. So habits. Yeah. All right. So it's your turn again. Tell me something. Tell me a habit that you have using the present simple. I remember myself, I was around 8 and 10. I remember myself, I was around 8 and 10. What does that mean? Sorry, I have like allergy. Please don't forget this. Don't forget this, please. I'm allergic to coffee. Oh wow. Oh wow. That must be very bad. I don't want to be in your place, man, because I'm very addicted to coffee. I did that as well. I did that as well. I did that as well. I would just like eat some ice cubes. Yeah. Oh, some sugar cube. Yeah. Oh wow wow. Wow. All right. Can you give me some habit? For example, I I do live streams twice a week. For example, I chat with my friends every day. That's very good one. I do live streams twice a week. This is a habit that we have at Woo English, but I like Pamela's answer. I chat with my friends every day. Let me ask you a question, Pamela. Do you have, and to everyone else also? So, since Pamela gave me the sentence, let me ask you a question. Do you have a big friend circle or a small friend circle? In relation to what Pamela said, do you guys have a big friend circle or a small friend circle? For me, it's I have a big friend circle. I know a lot of people, but the people I talk to a lot, just my friends. Like it's very small circle. I do live streams. I drink coffee regularly, about 5 to 6 espressos every day. Man, do you want to kill yourself, man? Man, that will hurt you. That's unhealthy, man. That's unhealthy. So do you sleep at night well? Do you sleep well at night? I work every day. I go play football uh, outside every week. I usually read articles, so this is one of my habits. So I usually read articles. I have a small friend circle, big friend circle. Nice, Pamela. You always give the impression that you are a very sociable person. Musa, not so much. I think you have a small friend circle. Me, I know a lot of people, but for people I consider friends, a very small circle. Without a single tiny piece of sugar. Oh wow. I need to learn this superpower, to be honest. I need to learn this superpower. This is a superpower for me now. Yeah, all right, let's move on. Again, present simple. Why do we use the present simple in the following cases? Can you The train departs at 9 a.m. tomorrow. The conference starts next week. My flight leaves on Friday afternoon. Our meeting with the client begins at 2 p.m. on Monday. What do these sentences express? Yeah, I feel like it's right. I'm gaining tolerance. I have tolerance as well. I do drink coffee even at night, sometimes before I sleep. But if I drink too much, like you said, Hamid, like four coffees, I would not be able to sleep. I put on my lipstick 3 times a week. Nice. Future plans and arrangements. Nice. Okay. But please do remember this, because I'm going to ask you at the end. I need you guys to remember the 4 uses we've seen today. I showed you 4 uses of the present simple. Maybe I should write them down for you so that you can take screenshots. I know you guys like to take screenshots. I just don't know, when you take the screenshots, do you look at them at all? Do you look at them at all? So before we reveal this, the use of this, let me remind you to please click this like button. Don't forget to go down, click that like button. And before we continue, that's your way of supporting us. So I'm wondering if the like button is working, and I want you guys to check that for me. So can you please go scroll down, click the like button, and come back up and tell me yes, it's working. Tell me that the like button is working while I drink a sip of water. It's very, very hot here. What about you, Amin? What about your city, Amin? I think you live in the north of Morocco. So how is the weather there? How is the weather there in the north of Morocco? I mean, yes, it's working. Thank you. It's working. Thank you, guys. I study at your channel 2 times a week. Great. Pamela, question for you. Pamela, and for everybody else. Question. Do you guys practice what we learn here? Do you practice it in your real life? Exactly. I mean, exactly. It's absolutely hellish here in Morocco. It's hellish. You can see I'm sweating now. You can see I'm sweating. And look at this. Look at this. Do you guys see? This is my watch. This is where my watch goes. Look at this. I'm like I got 10 here and here, and here you can see my watch. And I think even if I remove my yes, there is a little bit like of 10. So I'm getting darker skin. Yeah. Let me see here. Yes, you can see the difference. So it's very sunny. It's very sunny here in Morocco. So yeah, so Musa says yes, we do practice what we study here in real life. That's wonderful. I practice it in social media, but not well. What I want you guys to do is to practice it orally, because right now you are just writing. So don't just switch on the fan. The fan is still like in its box. I didn't have time to unbox it. Please, I want you to use it orally. And one of the ways that you can do is just to take your phone and record yourself speaking about anything you like. I gave you once like a prompt, which is talk about your day. So take your phone, right? Take your phone. Imagine this is my phone. Take your phone, turn on the camera, and start talking about your day. Even if you make mistakes, that's okay. All right? But it helps you to talk spontaneously in English, because you cannot just keep typing. So here, of course, you can only type. But if you want to learn English for your daily life, you should practice speaking as well, especially speaking without stopping. Turn on your camera on your phone, make it video mode, and start recording and start speaking about your day. For example, hey, today is the 26th of May. 26th, right? Today? Or the 27th? Today is the 27th of May. Today I woke up early. I went to school. I met my friends. I didn't like the teacher today. He was very angry. I don't know what happened in his house. I came back. I was very hungry. My mom prepared for me a very, very delicious meal, and so on and so on. Right? That will help you so to learn to speak spontaneously. It's very hot. Went to the beach today. You went to the beach already? Yes. Well, I didn't, but I'm planning to go tomorrow. I'm going tomorrow to the beach. It's very hot today. I'm sorry. By the way, I've been going to the beach since March. I try to keep this phone kind of clean, so I delete useless photos once a week. So I review the screenshot. Yes, nice, good. That's a very good strategy. Uh, right. I wish I had teachers as you. Thank you. I mean, thank you. Thank you. Which city? Remind me. Which city are you in? Because I'm planning to move from Estonia. So yeah. So these sentences. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let me go back. I will. I mean, I will. Don't worry. I will. Um. All right. Tangier. All right. I'm planning to move to Asila. By the way, I'm planning to move to Asila or maybe Tangier. Try Tangier or Al-Arish as well. So I'm planning to move to one of these cities. Hopefully. So pray for me, guys. Pray for me to move on from the city where I am now. I want to move. All right. So all of these sentences that we have just seen, they express future scheduled actions. And please notice the word scheduled. I need to emphasize this. I emphasize this. They should be scheduled. What do we mean by scheduled? For example, if we look at the first sentence, if we look at the first sentence, where is it? Yes, the train departs at 9 a.m. tomorrow. That's not a spontaneous plan. It's not like the train conductor just decided, well, you know what? Tomorrow I think I'm going to start at 9 a.m. No, no, no. That's planned. It's a part of a program, the program of trains. Same for the conference. Any conference or any like a meeting, they have a schedule. So for scheduled actions that we know when they will happen exactly in the future, we use the present simple. All right? Okay, great. So in general, we use the present simple for three main reasons: habitual actions or routines, scientific or personal facts, and also future scheduled actions. So four uses actually. So I have sentences in I have sentences in front of you guys. What I want you to do is to tell me which usage does it express. For example, number one, let's call them ABC. So you guys can only tell me one. For example, you can write like this one: my favorite color is blue. Is this a habitual action, scientific fact, or personal fact? This is a personal fact. So you can just write for me: one is C, or two is B, or D, or whatever, right? So you go on. Let me see what you're saying. No, no, I already live in Suera. Yeah, I want to leave Suera, yes. Yes, hopefully. Hopefully. I need to take myself away from the hi, I see more people joining. Welcome. We're talking about the present simple and all the present tenses, so make sure to stick till the end. Okay, yes, number one, my favorite color. So for those of you who just joined, we talk about the uses of the present simple. And the first use is that we use it for general or scientific facts. And then we use it for personal facts and then routines. My color is blue. This is my favorite color is blue. My favorite color is blue. So this is a fact about me. So this is a personal fact. Maybe for you, your favorite color is white or black or pink. Number two, she goes for a run. All right, where is it? Okay. No. She goes for a run in the park every morning. This is, of course, a habitual action. Water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. This is a scientific fact, like you guys are saying in the chat. Nice. C is B. That's not correct, Pamela. You should give me a number and a number, the number of the sentence, and then the letter. All right. She goes to bed at 10 p.m. The moon orbits the sun. I live in a small apartment in the city. They always eat pizza on Fridays. Whales live in the ocean. She works as a teacher at a local school. Let me see what you guys decided for number H. I colonized it. I colonized the chat. You did, man. I'm wondering where is Arsenal. He's been looking for you, man. He's been training so hard to beat you in your own game. So I'm wondering where Arsenal is. I hope he joins. I really hope he joins. All right. Yes. So the first one is a personal fact. Right? It's a personal fact. She goes for a run. This is a routine. Water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. This is, of course, a scientific fact. She goes to bed at 10 p.m. This is a habit. The moon orbits the sun. This is not a habit. This is a scientific fact. I live in a small apartment. Personal fact. They always eat pizza on Fridays. This is a habitual action. Whales live in the ocean. Scientific fact. And finally, she works as a teacher. This is a personal fact because not all of us work as teachers. Maybe I do. This is a personal fact for me too, but not for you guys, right? Great. So now, as I said in the very beginning, if you want to master a tense, you should know three things: how do we use it, or when do we use it, when do we use it, or why do we use it. So this is the first answer this is the first question we've been answering. We said this is why we use the present simple. The second question you should ask is, how do we use the present simple? Can you guys tell me how do we conjugate a verb in the present simple, in the affirmative, in the negative, in the interrogative? You can give me example with the verb, or you can give me the rule. Yes, he's trying to beat you, man. He is trying day and night, and he is playing that song. You know, Eye of the Tiger, like for the boxing song, and he's trying so hard to beat your record. So, yeah, you must be careful. You must be careful, and he knows that when you will come back, you will be quite tired. So Amin says, subject plus verb in infinitive for are you all right? Okay. And what about he, she, it? I mean, you skipped them. You did not mention them. All right. He, she, it plus verb plus s or y into yes, ies. All right. Fair. That's fair. Let's check if your answers are correct. All right. So for the verb to be, the different. So the verb to be, if you want to conjugate it in the present simple, we say I am, you are, he is, she is, etc. In the negative, we say I am not. For example, I am not a teacher. I am not a student. I am a teacher. You are not a teacher. You are a student, right? You are not Moroccan. You are, I don't know, right? So things like this. And in the negative, we write am I, are you. So we switch the verb and can you write for me, guys, 3 sentences, one in the affirmative, one in the negative, one in the question, using only the verb to be. Using only the verb to be. So I want 3 sentences using only the verb to be. Let me see Pamela, what Pamela is saying. I eat meat every day. I don't eat meat every day. Do I eat meat every day? Wonderful. So Pamela gave us all the answers or all the forms in one, using one sentence. That's great. Can you now give me examples using the present simple of the verb to be? I mean, also giving us the negative. Yes, nice. Very good. So can you give me examples now? Examples of these sentences in the using the verb to be in the present simple. For example, I am happy. I am not sad. Am I tired? So these are 3 sentences. One in the affirmative, I am happy. one in the negative, I'm not sad, and one in the question, am I tired? Are you a doctor? That's nice. I'm going to sleep. Am I going to sleep? Am I going to sleep? Nice. Though you used actual the present continuous, so it's fine. There is the verb to be. Alrighty. Let's move on then. Let's move on. So that's for the verb to be in the present simple. Because why am I doing this? Because for the present simple, there is always the conjugation for the verb to be, and then all the other verbs. All the other verbs go like this. So for the affirmative, it's subject plus verb. For example, the verb eat. I eat. You eat. Write. I write. You write. We write. No change. You play. I play. We play. They play. Open. I open. You open. They open. We open. But for he, she, and it, there is a tiny little change that should happen, which is adding an S to the verb. So let's take the verb open. I open. You open. He opens. She opens. It opens. They open, or we open, you open, they open. So just for he, she, it, we use S. We add an S. Negative. I don't like coffee. You don't like coffee. What about he and she and it? We say he doesn't. She doesn't. It doesn't. And then we go back to the original form, which is don't, I, you don't, we don't, they don't. And for the question, we say, do you like coffee? Do I like coffee? When we arrive to he, she, it, we say, does he like coffee? Does she like coffee? Does it like coffee? And for we, you, they, again, we go back to the original form, which is don't. We don't, or do we like coffee? Do you like coffee? Do they like coffee? So it's the present simple is very easy. You just need to know when you need to use it. That's the most important thing. Let's go back. These are examples, of course. So I love football, but he likes coffee. I don't love football, but he doesn't like coffee. Do you love football? Does he like coffee? So this is basically the sentences. Great. Can you conjugate the following verbs with he, should, it? Here we have some special cases, right? We have some special cases. No, I'm not, but I am a tech engineer. I like that sentence. So it's an answer of the first one. Pretty cool. I think the time will not be sufficient to go through all the tenses of the present. So we're just gonna focus on the present simple today. All right. So watch. What are we going to say? Watch, wash, miss, go, wax, buzz. Can you use these verbs in the present simple with he, she, and it? For example, he what? Watch. He what? He watches. Exactly. Exactly. So for all these verbs, you need to add the es to the verb. So it's not an s at the end of the verb, but let's take the verb miss. If we add an s, it will become miss with 3 s's, which is not okay in English. And that's why for these verbs, we should use es, right, for the verb, es. Okay, great. What about these verbs? Verbs that end in y. So for verbs that end in y, we add it for verbs that end in sh, ch, double s, o, x, or z. And for this is for verbs that end in y. Exactly, exactly. So you noticed, guys, that we add an es, not just an s. But let's take verb like eat. For each, we don't add es, we only add an s. So that's the difference. What about these verbs? You can give me just play and cry. Good. Very good job, Emmy. Very good job. So you can see the answer of Emmy. So play, plays. Exactly. What about cry, Hamid? What about cry? Iman, hi. Cry is nice. Not. That's the past simple, Pamela. That's the past simple. Exactly. All right. Yes. Very good. Why? Or what is the rule here? What is the rule? Can you look at these sentences and tell me what is the rule? Why for play we added s? Why didn't we say like this? Play, plays. Why didn't we say this? Or for cry, why didn't we say cries? What's going on here? It's okay, Pamela. Why? Why do we change the Y into I? Why is that? What's the rule? Enjoy your sweet coffee. Thank you. It's tea, actually. It's tea, and it's with sugar. But why does the Y change to I? Why is that? Why? But why? Why? Because play also has a Y. Why didn't we change it to IES? Why did we only change cry and study? That's a good remark. That's a good remark. Very good. It's because here we have a vowel plus Y. So when we have a vowel plus Y, we add an S. The rule is right here. So if we have a vowel like O, like A, like U, like E, plus Y, we keep the Y and we add an S. But here you can notice that we have a consonant. Where is it? The consonant plus Y. This is a consonant. A consonants like S or T or D or R plus Y, we remove the Y and we add IES. You can take a screenshot if you like of this rule to keep it with you. Exactly. Exactly. We don't want three vowels. All right. So that's the rule. So far, hello S, Ukrainian. Hi, how are you? I remember you from last time. I do remember you. You were very, very active last time. I absolutely appreciated your like your participation last time. All right. Before we go to the practice, I want to do a little review. So far we present simple. Let me change the color. Present simple. What is the present simple? It's a tense. Oh, no way. No, it's a tense, really? Yes, it is a tense. Present simple. Oh, what about the present simple? It's a tense. Okay, so what? We said in the beginning that if you want to master a tense, I will try to do a little bit of patterns here. All right, nice try. Nice try. I like it. We said if we want to use or to master any tense, we should know three things, right? Right, All right. I'm going to show you my design skills today. All right. The first one is why do we use it? So why do we use the present simple? We use it for three things. Number one, for habits. Something that you do every day or every week or every month or I don't know, or every day or I don't know. Then for facts. What are facts? Facts can be scientific or they can be personal. And what is the third use? Future action or schedule. Schedule in the future. So this is why. This is why we use the present simple. We use it for three main reasons. For habits. Every day I read the newspaper. Every morning I go for a walk. That's a habit. Scientific facts. Ice melts if you put it under the sun. All right. Water boils if you heat it. Personal fact. I like chocolate. Amin likes sugar. Amin is addicted to sugar, or like me. Scheduled actions in the future. For example, the train leaves, not will leave, leaves. Why? Because the train, like the train moving or the train departing, is a planned action. That's the first question you should know if you want to master the present simple is why or when do we use it? Number two, how do we use it? How do we conjugate a verb in the present simple? Very simple. For confirmative or for affirmative, it's subject plus verb, no change. Guys, are you looking at the right window? I hope I'm not just explaining to myself. All right, wonderful. Let me put myself here in the corner so that you can see better. Okay, so, or subject plus verb plus S if the subject is he or she or it. Can you give us some examples, teachers? Absolutely not. I don't have time to give you any more examples. Well, I can. Well, I eat, you eat, he, she, it eats, right? There is an S that we add. We said that for this S rule, let me write it in red so that you can remember it. For this S rule, there are two more rules. We actually don't add S, we add ES with verbs that end in O, X, S, or double S, Z, what else? CH or SH. Can you give us some examples? Of course I can. So O, go. It becomes goes. So we don't add S, we add ES. Fix. So if I say he, we should say he misses. So ES. Z, buzz. For example, the bee buzzes, right? Watch. I'm just giving you examples. For these verbs, you don't add an S, you add an ES. And wash. And the second case is for verbs. Let me probably delete this. And wait. And for verbs that end in Y. Here again, we have two rules, all right? It's a lot of rules for the present simple. It's a very simple tense, but it has a lot of rules, but I trust you guys know a vowel plus Y we add an S. Life is easy. For example, play. So play, you can see here Y. So this is a vowel and this is Y, so it becomes plays. No problem. But for verbs that end plus y, you remove the y, then you add ies. ies. Cry. It becomes, we remove the, so it becomes cries. Or this is the consonant, study. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not probably interacting with some of you in the chat. Because I'm on a different. So I will be back in a second. And see you guys what you're talking about. Study. So study, it becomes studies. We remove the y and we replace it with ies. So far we answered two questions. Question number one, why do we use the present simple when we talk about habits, when we talk about facts, when we talk about schedules in the future? How do we use the present simple? For the affirmative, we say subject plus verb, no change with the I, you, we, they. But for he, she, and it, we add an S. And these are two exceptions to the rule. We add ES with these verbs, or for verbs with Y, this is the rule. Now for negative. For negative. Negative, the rule is quite simple. You either add subject plus don't for all the subjects, don't, or doesn't for he, she, it. Subject plus verb. Let me tell you something. So for normally add with he, she, it, we added this time to the negative auxiliary, right? And for questions, also very easy. So for questions, it's very simple. Wait. All right. So it's either or does plus subject plus verb. For example, do you like? Do you eat? Do they watch? Does he like? Does he play? Right? So that's the second question. Now for the third time expressions. And this is a question for you guys because we haven't seen this yet. Can you give me some time expressions using the present that we use with the present simple? What time expressions? All right. Okay, wonderful. I mean, thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Do you think baccalaureate English exam is very easy for me? Yeah, I think it's very easy for you. You will find it like a piece of cake. Can you give me, guys, some expressions or some time expressions that we can use with the present simple? I'm going to start with one. Always. So whenever, always is an expression that expresses habits. Always. Give me some more examples. Give me some more examples. Time expressions that we can use with the present simple. For plans tomorrow, next day, but they should be scheduled. But that's true. For example, the train leaves early tomorrow. Though this action is related to the future, we can use the present simple. All right. So I'm gonna share some others. So we can use every day, every month, every week. We can use, for example, usually. we can use all of these expressions. They express something repetitive, right? So, etc. There are others, of course. So let me go back now to the practice. So the first practice that we have is, let me see. Yes, all right, nice. So it's as easy as it gets. So every morning, water freeze. Tomorrow they watch. He always the Earth orbit. So can you help me with this one? I always go to work. Very good, wonderful. Can you give me your name in Romanian or in Latin letters so that I can give you a shout out? Is it your first time joining us? So, can you give me these sentences, or can you correct these sentences? No answers. I think you guys fell asleep in the chat, so I'm gonna start revealing them. All right. So for the first one, we should say. All right. I did not write the answer, so it's okay. I'm gonna write it down. So she wakes up. Why did we use here the present simple? Because we have every morning, so this is a habit. Wakes. Number 2, water freezes at 0 degrees. This is a scientific fact, so we should say freezes. Tomorrow, here we should say will watch. Though you see, this is not a scheduled action, right? This is not scheduled. Maybe this is just like a decision that was taken on the spot. So we should say will watch. I'm sorry I started correcting so early. I see some of you are answering in the chat, but it's time on this exercise. Will watch. He always. So we have the word always. So this is a habit again. So plays. This is a scientific fact. Wonderful. All right, next. Okay, great. So can you help me with this one? Wonderful, Ukrainian. Sorry, I did not give you enough time to do the exercise. Same for Hamid. Sorry, I see that you are answering. Just for watch for the previous exercise, it was not a scheduled action. We use scheduled action with matches, with trains or train schedules, with airplanes, not with the movies. Or I will watch a movie. That's mostly just an action taken on the spot. It's like you'd say, hey, you know what I will do? I'm gonna watch a movie. All right. Because I don't think I have correction for this exercise, so I'm gonna correct it my way. Right. So she doesn't. You can correct with me as well in the chat. So doesn't. Doesn't like. Why did we say doesn't and not don't? Because we have she. The dog bark. Right? Why did we say doesn't again? Because she likes. Does the cat? Do you play the guitar? And finally, do they speak English? So those are the sentences we have for today. Great. Doesn't bark, does absolutely. Hamid doing a great job today. Wonderful. So Before we end, I want you guys to write me some sentences. Can you write for me one sentence using the present simple, right? Using the present simple, only one sentence before we could finish. And while you are writing for me your sentences, guys, I just want to remind you to go and visit my personal channel. This is my own channel. You can see I don't have a lot of followers. So you can give me a little push. This is my channel. I haven't shared any videos for a long time, so maybe it's time to reshare again. So I will try to share some videos soon. So this is my channel. Please go subscribe. I have videos like you have no one to practice with, no problem. So how to practice English on your own. Master the present simple. This is what we talked about today. Speak with me. Quantifiers. So we have a lot of wonderful videos on the channel. Of course, don't forget to pay a visit to Woo English as well. So let me see. Can you share with me one sentence, guys, before we call it a night today? Share with me one question. One sentence. We like to enjoy your channel. Thank you, Ukrainian. Wonderful channel. Wonderful comments. Wonderful sentence. Thank you so much for that. I need one more sentence and then we will finish the live stream. Thank you so much. Thank you. We will finish it, by the way, next session. So on Friday, we will try to finish this lesson because I thought we can do all the tenses of the present in one sentence in one session, but probably I underestimated the time. So it's okay. We can do it like another time. We can like divide it into different sessions. So yeah. Or is this your sentence using the present simple? That's very very nice, impressive. I'm sorry, I'm very allergic these days, so sorry. And of course, don't also forget to visit our website. This is our website, wooenglish.com. Let me share with you the website. You can see the address on the top. It's going to be shared in a moment. Yes, that's it, wooenglish.com. We have a bunch of books that you can download for free here on the channel, or on the website rather. So please make sure to pay it a visit. 48 books or 84 books that you can all download them for free. On the house, no payment. You could just go, for example, to this book. You can either read it online or you can download it like these 30 people. So you can just go here and click this button and you are good to go. Spot rating. All right. So I think with that, guys, we come to the end of this live session. Do you guys have any questions? Does anyone here have any questions that you would love for me to answer for you before we finish? If you have any questions, please drop them in the chat. If you have suggestions even for what you want to see in the next session, please also drop them in the chat. Let us hear from you guys. Sorry, I've been sneezing so much. I don't know. Is it allergy? Is it the flu? I don't know. Is it COVID? I don't know. All right. So I assume no questions. I know suggestions. Of course, you can still always leave them in the comments of our videos. Thank you so much, guys, again for watching. And don't forget our session on Friday. All is good. Thank you so much, Hamid.